Deuteronomy 29. These are the terms of the covenant that God commanded Moses to make with the people of Israel in the land of Moab. Renewing the covenant has made him with them at Horeb. Moses called all Israel together and said, "You've seen with your own eyes everything God did in Egypt to Pharaoh and his servants, and to the land itself, the massive trials to which you were eyewitnesses, the great signs and miracles, wonders, but God didn't give you an understanding heart or perceptive eyes or attentive ears until now, this very day. I took you through the wilderness for 40 years, and through all the time the clothes on your backs didn't wear out, the sandals on your feet didn't wear out, and you lived without bread and water, bread and wine, and beer, providing to you the fact that I am God, your God. When you arrived here in this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, met us primed for war, but we beat them. We took their land and gave it as an inheritance to the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe of the Mesheth. Diligently keep the word of the covenant. Do what they say, so that you will live well and wisely in every detail. You are all standing here today in the presence of God, your God, the heads of your tribes, your leaders, your officials, all Israel, your babies, your wives, your residents, foreigners in your camps, who fetch your firewood and water, ready to cross the river over and into the solemn sworn covenant that God, your God, is making with you today. The covenant that this day confirms that you are His people and that He is God, your God, just as He promised you and your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. (14 through 21). I am not making this covenant and its oath with you alone. I am making it with you who are standing here today in the presence of God, your God, Yes, but also those who are not here today. You know the conditions in which we lived in Egypt and how we crisscrossed through the nations in our travels. You got an eyeful of their offspring, their wood and stone, silver and gold, junk gods. Don't let your guard down, at least even now today. Some man or woman, clan or tribe gets sidetracked from God or God and gets involved with the no gods of the nations. At least some poisonous weed sprout and spread among you. A person who hears the words of the covenant oath but exempts himself, thinking, I'll just please I'll live just the way I want to, I please. Thank you, and ends up ruining life for everyone. God won't let him off the hook. God's anger and jealousy will erupt like a volcano against that person. The curses written in the book will bury him. God will delete his name from the records. God will separate him out from all the tribes of Israel for special punishment, according to all the curses of the covenant written in the book of Revelation. (22 and 23). The next generation, your children who come after you, and the foreigners who comes from a far country will be appalled when they see all the widespread devastation, how God made the whole land sick. They will see a fire-blackened wasteland of brimstone and salt flats. Nothing planted, nothing growing. Not so much as a blade of grass anywhere, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. Adamah, Zeb, with God overthrow in fury rage. All the nations will ask, why did God do this to this country? What on earth could have made him this angry? Your children will answer, because they abandoned the covenant of God of their ancestors he made with them after he got them out of Egypt. They went off and worshipped other gods, submitted to other gods they'd never heard of before, gods they had no business dealing with. So God's anger erupted against that land, and all the curses written in the book came down on it. God fiercely angry, pulled them roots and all of their land and dumped them into another country, as you can see. God, your God, will take care of the hidden things, but the revealed things are our business. It is up to us and our children to attend to all terms of this revelation. Thank you for listening, and God bless.